Energy in the 21st Century provides a fact-based analysis of the most prominent energy issues of our time. In this video, we consider climate change over centuries. This is part 1 of a 3-part series. Coal, oil, and gas are combustible fossil fuels. The table shows that they have been, and continue to be, the fuel of choice to meet global energy needs. Many people believe that our current reliance on the combustion of fossil fuels is having an adverse impact on climate. The term climate change is widely used to characterize this impact. Our purpose here is to review the evidence for climate change. A plan for making the transition to a sustainable energy portfolio that provides cost-effective energy while protecting the environment is discussed in another video. We have all experienced short-term weather changes associated with storms, droughts, and changing seasons. Climate is the weather pattern that is observed over timescales on the order of decades or longer. For example, scientific evidence shows that events like ice ages have occurred in the past. Ice ages affect the climate for millennia and are examples of changes in the long-term weather pattern. The modern debate about climate change is focused on the impact of human activity on changes in the long-term weather pattern. We use the term anthropogenic climate change to describe climate change due to human activity. Advocates of anthropogenic climate change believe that human activity is altering the temperature of the atmosphere, increasing the rate of glacier melting, causing sea levels to rise, and increasing acidity of ocean water. Life has been known to affect the atmosphere. We can see this by examining how the content of oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere has changed from the origin of the Earth, approximately 4.5 billion years ago, to today. Scientists believe that oxygen is not present in the atmosphere when the Earth formed. The amount of oxygen began to increase as life evolved from relatively simple cyanobacteria into more complex organisms such as algae. Today, air consists of approximately 21 volume% oxygen and 78 volume% nitrogen. One concern about climate change is that the atmosphere is warming. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, a global average temperature is calculated from temperature measurements taken at several locations around the world. The difference between the observed temperature and long-term average temperature for each location and date is calculated using measured temperatures and is called the temperature anomaly. Measurements of global temperature anomalies are shown in the figure from 1880 to 2015. Temperature increased by approximately 1.2 degrees Celsius during that period. The increase in atmospheric temperature since 1880 coincides with the use of fossil fuels during the industrial age, as well as an increase in global human population from approximately 1 billion people to over 7 billion people. The increase in global temperature anomalies has been associated with the combustion of fossil fuels. When a carbon-based fuel burns, carbon can react with oxygen and nitrogen in the atmosphere to produce carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and nitrous oxides. The combustion byproducts, including water vapor, are emitted into the atmosphere in gaseous form. Some of the gaseous byproducts are called greenhouse gases because the gases capture energy from sunlight that is absorbed and then emitted as infrared radiation from the Earth's surface. Greenhouse gases include water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. The figure shows the increase in greenhouse gas concentrations from 0 AD to 2005 AD. Concentrations are in parts per million or parts per billion. The shape of the curves in this figure looks like hockey sticks with the blades pointing up. The graph appears to demonstrate that the increase in temperature was associated with the use of fossil fuels in an increasingly industrialized society. In this video, we have considered climate change over centuries, and we have defined the difference between climate change and anthropogenic climate change. Our discussion of this topic continues in part 2, where we consider climate change over the ages. For more information on climate change, energy policy, and to learn more about energy in our modern lives, read Energy in the 21st Century, 4th edition, available now, or visit energy.fanchi.com. Thank you for watching.